I could tell you a whimsical tale that's probably very inaccurate. The Sensible Sociopath.
2, 3, 1, go.
Roma, the podcast is here!
It really never gets old.
Sorry about those jokes I said earlier about babies with both sets of genitals.
What does that even mean?
You know, I'm willing to risk my life for this podcast, Roma.
Ugh, that sounds insane.
I'm also willing to risk your life for this podcast.
Periods are not just for women.
And you'll get to red pill yourself if you choose to.
Come on if you're thirsty.
Take off their underwear and relax with their uncle.
It was kind of traumatizing.
White people are bad and do bad things.
How fast can I eat your ass?
I mean, you know, you look at me and you go, this is an international man.
My whole life is a sham.
And you can't get the white Oreos, that's racist.
I think I counted like 25 racially charged jokes.
White privilege allows me to turn off someone's headlights.
I was just being agreeable.
Roma, when was the last time you were agreeable?
It's been days.
Also, if you try to poop really hard, sometimes you'll come.
You would think that we'd have our shit together.
It's the enema for your face.
Yeah, I was gonna say cleanings for women.
I'm not a lady, Roma.
Oh, this is so gay.
Let's try to be inclusive, Roma.
What does that even mean?
I know these things, Roma. I know many things. Why, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sensible Sociopath Podcast, episode 193.
193!
We're live on a Friday night, and we're here on YouTube. I don't know. If you are a fan of ours, please subscribe. Please like our episodes. Please share, shoot the share-o at your friends and family.
Yeah, shoot it at them.
And then, yeah, shoot it right inside them, right in their hot butts.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, well.
Sorry, I was thinking about Dan's hot butt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then you can also leave a comment. So, Superfan Dan.
Steve?
Oh, yes, I guess I'm Stephen Paul. That's Superfan Dan. You should know us well.
Roma.
Yeah, Roma.
Oh, that's right. She's getting her
Roma? Yeah.
She's out checking out her plot today.
Yeah.
She's getting a tour of the plots.
Speaking of hot butts, how's your plot?
Well, it's all right.
Yeah. Spongy? I don't know.
Definitely cushy. I can say that much.
I mean, after the rain.
Right. No, it's indeed.
Dan, we have this fantastic show today.
Do we?
Yes.
I'm always excited.
Good, because you're going to get it.
Oh, God.
You're going to get it hard, Dan.
Ah, son of a bitch.
And,
well, hold on.
yeah, have a toast to yourself, Dan.
Yep, nope. That'll do the trick. That'll get you there.
All right, so you kind of know who Roma is, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been years, but I can't say that I know her particularly.
Yeah, better or worse, you know.
Yes.
So hold on, Dan. Will you talk for just a second?
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk. I'm happy to talk.
I'll talk all fucking night.
It's
I'll talk your dick into the dirt. I think we're good, Dan.
sweet. Okay.
No, wait, you were talking wrong.
God damn it, I was talking wrong. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, keep talking, dum-dum.
I try to talk, and usually Roma interrupts me, so I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, that's a fact. It's a fact. But at least I'm not trying to describe something. Then she'd probably just show up out of nowhere to be like, all right, wrap it up, Dan.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I was going to say, Dan, is I was like, I'm going to ask Dad to, I'm guessing you've seen Dune 2.
I have not seen part 2 yet.
Damn it.
I've read the books, but I haven't seen part 2 yet.
Nobody reads books.
Then I didn't?
What I was going to say is I was just going to have you, like, describe the entire plot, and then that'd be the whole show.
I mean,
I'd just sit back.
I could still describe the whole movie.
Yeah.
There'd be differences, but that's about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody's different, Dan.
Indeed.
Some of us were born men.
Some of us.
I'm not going to point fingers. So, Dan.
Yes, Steve.
Did you know that Roma... Well, I'll show you what Roma brought me the other day.
Okay.
And then you can judge, and I'll help. you
All right.
come to a determination about it, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, do you want to go through the chat and just say hello to people?
Yeah. So far, we've got a Hunter. We've got Trev. We've got T-Cass. We got the Nick Moore. And we've got the, as I like to call him, the Reaper. That's Abel.
Okay.
And so far, that's everybody.
Does he reap things?
No, he's got this awesome scar on his forearm that looks like a scythe.
Do you want to know where I got these scars?
Yeah, he probably killed a lot of people.
Oh, I was going to say I was trying to break into an ice cream truck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully
yeah.
it wasn't the one in fucking Spawn, because then you'd have to deal with that guy. I'm talking about something else.
Volupture?
Oh, shit. Scotty made it. Scotty made it.
What's his, Voltor?
No, I was
The
thinking,
little John Leguizamo guy?
oh, yeah. The Violator.
The Violator.
The
That's
Violator.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call me in preschool. Because I violated the rules, Dan. All right? I violated the rules.
All right. I was going to go an entirely different direction. Scotty says, you just said the boys tonight, yet Steve is on the show.
God
Gang.
damn you, Scott.
I'm bricked up.
And
And he wants ice cream.
hold on just a second.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Yeah. So suck on that, Scotty.
And so far tonight, as far as drinks goes, I'm having some McKenna. What are you having?
I'm having Tito's, and this is my favorite mixer with vodka.
Okay.
It's Ocean Spray Cran Cherry,
Okay.
and it's like 90% cherry.
Okay.
It's really great. Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Take a sip. Take a swig, Dan. What do you think?
That's better than cherry medicine.
Pretty okay.
Well, you know.
I'm trying to sell Ocean Spray, Dan. Do we not want Tito's and Ocean Spray to be our sponsors? Because we'd be so fucking refreshed.
Oh God, we'd be so refreshed.
God, our whole lives would be refreshing.
Dude, we could get that guy on the longboard who was drinking that Ocean Spray
Yeah,
down in Idaho Falls.
yeah. You see your gyps. Oh no, wait. When the rain comes. Wait.
It was
Boom, boom, boom.
fuck. Scotty, help me.
I'm thinking Gypsy, but that's the wrong one.
Oh, Normac is here. He's drinking blackberry
And
Crown Royal. Nice.
And I'm sorry, everyone, but I'm also producing the show. I love you all in the chat, so thank you for showing up.
We love everybody. It looks like T-Cass is doing a Jack and Coke. Easy with putting that out there, buddy. I mean, come on, that's still a misdemeanor. Michaela C.
Yep,
rocking
Nico.
the Seattle shirt.
Yes. That's we'll get to that in just a second, though. But Dan, I did want to show you what Roma got me. Okay, so the first thing,
Unfortunately,
she came up.
Okay.
She came up and she said, yeah, I just, anytime someone's concerned about you, they always bring a book.
Oh, Jesus.
And that book always sucks. Here it is. What's it? Own your past, change your future. And so basically it's like, hey, you're really fucked up from everything in your past. So we'll give you this so that maybe you'll turn into a human. So that's nice.
Did she read it?
I believe she did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
yeah.
at least there's that.
Oh, yeah. No, Roma's probably read a lot of self-help books. I should have. I'm sure it's better. It would be better if I did.
Oh, man, our chat's stacked. So you just keep rolling and we'll address
Okay.
that in just a second.
And then the one last thing that she brought me is it's a fire blanket. Yes.
Oh, shit.
So what it is you hang this up on your wall, and then when you're on fire, you yank these two little straps,
Right.
pulls out a fireproof blanket, a flame retardant.
Whoa.
I know, it's hard. But, some people are lesser able to ignite. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Fire retards?
Yeah. Fire retards.
I think that's what they're called.
That's those people who just can't lose their job.
Yeah. And so basically I'm looking at these two things and I'm like, why did Roma get me these two things?
It sounds like you need to look at your past and own your past, change your future, and be prepared because this house is going to burn the fuck down.
I think Roma sees me being on the news, dumping a bucket of gasoline over myself in front of Jersey Mike's when they close it down.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's it, dude. You saw the cover of Rage Against the Machine album.
Yeah.
Their first album.
Yeah.
It'll be like that, only in front of a sub shop. Probably smell delicious, the combination.
Oh, dude, you'd smell amazing.
Dude, I'm half Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. So, looks like Totemus has also joined us. He's having
Hippopotamus?
Yep. Good old Long Dick Todd.
Oh yeah, long and skinny.
Yeah, long and skinny. He's drinking gin, tequila, Crown Royal Blackberry, and Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. What the fuck, Todd?
Did you have the bottom of the bottle too? Because I told Dan to drink that today, and he didn't.
No,
Yeah.
no, I did not.
I'm like, Dan, you could have suicided it. Not that Roma would be, allowing you to suicide. She'd probably get you some kind of a blanket, some kind of a book.
Yeah, she'd definitely get you a blanket and a book.
Yeah. Anything else going on in chat?
Well, Nick says he's drinking piss.
Well, who's piss?
That's
Is it a pregnant woman's? Because that can affect your hormone balance.
that really can.
Just saying.
Really can.
But you're more lovable because of the oxytocin science shit, dude.
Oh, fucking science.
Yeah. That's why you always want to jerk off in women's bathrooms,
You do?
Or not.
Okay.
Or people don't. I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Yeah, so that was just a great quick aside. But I did go on a trip to Seattle.
And now they have a concern about whether or not Jersey Mike's is closing.
Breaking news. Dun dun. Yeah.
Only on the Sensible Sociopath podcast. I guess he's drinking his own.
You are fake news.
No, we're not.
No, Jersey Mike's is doing well.
Oh, yes,
It's doing
good.
very well,
Good,
actually.
Good.
It's doing so well that they are making. Here's the thing. All right. Fuck all y'all.
Sandwich
I went-
tangent.
Oh, yeah. God damn it, Dan.
At least I remembered.
Sandwich. Tangent.
It's fucking delicious.
Fucking delicious.
That's right.
Man, we're killing the sound drops today. Good call on that one. So I went to Five Guys. Five Guys offers a wrap, a lettuce wrap,
They do?
or a bowl, or a whatever bowl. If you don't want the bun.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have led with that. Because diabetic, keto, really cool. Want to make a problem for people and myself.
Yeah. Hopefully you tip.
I want to be difficult everywhere I go.
Yeah, just hopefully you tip with that shit.
Here's a tip: don't eat too many carbs, fatso.
Hey.
I need to move the soundboard from behind me for some reason.
Yeah, it might work. It might work. Well,
Yeah,
the ones and twos are usually supposed to be Roma's responsibility, but once again,
yeah. But she sucks. She sucks at sound effects. I gave her a sound effects board.
when she's on the show. When she's not on the show, she's on fucking point.
Yeah.
And it's
She's on fire.
It's
yeah.
stupid how good she is when we're
Yeah.
not recording.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the hardest laughs we had in here was Roma hitting an apt sound drop.
Oh
But
my
honestly, when the cameras go on and we go live, Roma doesn't even think about the soundboard at all.
No, deer in headlights.
Yeah. Yeah. But, hey, we'll work on it.
Scotty asks, just the tip with Five Guys?
There was two tips.
Oh, two tips. Two tips, Scotty.
Both going to questionable womans.
Okay.
And
Okay.
actually talking about questionable woman. All right, let me stay on topic.
Okay.
Okay. I went there, ketoed out, bro. Okay. Okay. I am not pissing ketones. I need to be. So maybe I'm not ketoed out. I'm out of keto,
Oh, okay.
So I go in there and I'm like, hey, I want the one in the lettuce wrap. Bring me that one. And then they're like, okay. So I get that. Coke freestyle. Awesome. Then I'm still hungry. I go back, but the bowl this time.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can't get ketchup, you can't get tomatoes, you can't get certain things on
Can
it.
you get
Relish,
mustard at least?
mustard, mayo, anything not sweet. Onions are kind of questionable, but I got them anyways, grilled and fresh.
All right.
But yeah, I just get everything that's not anti-keto.
Right.
And I will tell you, it makes a big difference having it in the lettuce wrap. And the reason I say that is because when you're trying to eat it in the bowl, they don't even put the shit in the bowl like the condiments. I'm like, you should put the condiments at the bottom and then put the shit on top, and then I'll just like cut through it and it'll be saucy and delicious. You know?
Like that time that we went to Dave's, right?
Yes.
That was awesome, by the way.
So good. Dave's
fucking
hot
good.
chicken. Yes.
Good Lord.
So went so I was just disappointed because here I am like spackling mayo and mustard onto my fucking bowl of stuff.
Oh.
And it just wasn't good. So I'm telling you, if you have the chance, get the wrap rather than the bowl.
All right.
It's just better.
Yeah.
So that was just a little aside. Sorry.
Yeah.
My little sandwich. Oh, but no, here we go. Sandwich tangent.
Yes.
Now I looked up at Jersey Mike's, and Jersey Mike's will make any sub, any size into a bowl, like a salad. And I'm like, that's awesome, because if you go to Subway, you get one size. That's it. If you try to turn your your sandwich into a sub, it's just like when I see the bowl, I'm like, that's not a foot long. I'm sorry, like I get you put the right amount of meat in there,
Jesus.
but all the rest of the fluff that I need to not be hungry, I'm eating too much protein. My stools, Dan, my stools. I need fiber, lettuce,
Yeah.
jalapenos.
Yeah. Can you have tomatoes?
No,
No tomatoes because of the natural sugar? Really?
no ketchup, no
Ugh.
tomatoes, but you can have oregano,
Okay.
vinegar oil,
Okay. So does it run through you then?
kind of.
Just all the oil just whoop, just straight through you.
Yeah, it's like a slip and slide.
Oh, God. Thank
Yep.
God you've got a bidet.
Yes, exactly. Dude, I used it right before you came over. It was great.
Good man.
Yeah. The old wipe, spritz, wipe, spritz, wipe, spritz. Oh, man, it's
Yeah,
great.
good combo.
Yeah.
Keeping the butthole squeaky.
Dude, it's got to be picture perfect when you're on
That's
a
right.
podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
You never know what someone's going to challenge you to do.
That's too fucking true. That is the story of me on this podcast. Is I never know what the fuck you guys are going to challenge me to do.
Exactly.
And good Lord, it's apparently a conversation between Scotty, Nick, and Todd.
Yeah, what's going on? I think Scotty's messing with me because I'm a keto.
Okay, well,
I think he thinks I'm a gay.
if a chicken sits on my face, not hover, the only way is
L. Ron Hover?
no, that was Todd.
Okay.
And then Nick said, "Oh, thank God." Went to Five Guys or had Five Guys. Okay, that's where that was.
Mhm.
And then that was just a tip. And
Uh-huh.
then Nick was like, "I got 4 homies." And then he said, "Kato sounds like a black guy's name." And then he was like, "Oh, keto." And then he was like, "Oh, 4 hammies. Nothing but dudes here.
All right.
Salad?
So,
really?"
Just pick the good ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick the relevant ones because, there's a lot of
That
people
was-
there.
That was all of it. Who the hell is MIK?
Martin Ismail King? I think that's Miko.
What?
Miko, I said earlier when you said,
Oh, I thought that was
who's
Michaela.
Mick? And I said Miko. And then, well, she might have changed it. Dan, you don't have to point out everything that people are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did she say?
Are all diabetics this high maintenance?
No, I would say most are low maintenance. The good ones are high maintenance.
There you go.
The
There you
low
go.
the low maintenance ones generally don't take great care of themselves and probably not pleasant.
They're going to lose a foot.
Yeah. You got to bring them a fire blanket.
Smell
Some-
and a book.
Yeah. Yep. Got to bring them a book and a fire blanket because they are fucking
They've
dunzo.
got to
You know?
think about their life.
Dunzo gunzo. Yeah. So I took a trip to Seattle, Dan.
You did.
Have you been to Seattle?
No. I've
Okay.
been to many. I've been to several cities around the Washington area, but to Seattle itself, no.
Okay. Now it is. So I went to Portland recently, and you heard my horror story
Yeah.
about Burnside Avenue and how it looked like The Walking Dead with prostitutes,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with. But it's just the taxes that I really disagree with. Just kidding. But I do disagree with the
It's
taxes.
outrageous. They
Yeah.
tax you just for walking.
I can't even live in a tent around here. So
Move 5 feet, the tax regulation's different.
Exactly. Yeah. Move into a school zone as a sex offender and a drug addict and homeless person.
So if you're a homeless sex offender, do you have to go and alert all the rest of the tents?
You have to knock on the tent door. That's pretty funny. No, I mean, you guys would just meet each other because they probably have to let you know and you have to let them know right at the same time, you know? When you move in the neighborhood, they're like, fuck, I got to go tell this guy. And like, there's not enough children around here for us to all pack in here, guys. Come on. You got to spread it out a little bit, okay? There's schools all over the place.
Somebody hit another quarter.
Can't have all these sexy children and, you know.
Okay, so you're in Seattle.
In Seattle, I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
By, I guess because, you know, my standard of the Pacific Northwest is basically Portland, you know?
Okay.
Boise here, great, you know, beautiful, not as crazy and big and, you know, whatever. You can't, free drugs and all that shit.
Right.
But going out to Seattle was actually pretty cool because, you know, it's right on the water. It's, you know, it's just kind of a vibrant, cool city. It's too cool for me. Like, I'm not that cool.
Like temperature cool? Or
No.
just like cool?
Just like cool
hey,
people.
Man, you cool.
Well, you walk by and you're like, oh, that guy's all Seattle. Like you just know them when, you know, they got the beanie hat and the, you know, nose rings and they just stand there looking at stuff, you know, and you're like, all right, you know, that's Seattle, that guy.
The fucking hipster dude?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They're all so cool. I was going to buy a belt there, Dan.
Were you?
So I went to the Pike's Market. And so, you know, that's the famous place where they throw the fish and do all that.
Yeah.
One right around the corner from that, and I watched that for a little while. That's kind of cool. They'll let people come up and they put a smock on you and toss a fish at you. It's kind of cool.
I bet if you don't throw the fish right, you immediately have to like pay for the bib.
They don't let you throw.
Oh.
They let you catch, and they make you go into so it's an open air market. It's covered, obviously, rain and all that shit.
Yeah.
And there's really cool stuff. There's like tons of like produce, tons of like knickknacks, and just cool shit, you know?
Okay.
Vendors, you know, it's a flea market, basically.
Fishmonger vendors.
And then there's the fish market. So one of the cool things is the places will overnight fresh seafood to you, which is kind of fucking cool.
Really?
Yep. Free, like the one place, it's not the, you know, whatever that famous fish market is. Is that the Pike's Place Market?
I thought it was just Fisherman's Wharf.
I
don't know.
I guess I probably should have looked at their sign.
People from Washington, tell us what the famous place is.
Yeah.
I know there's several of them here.
Yeah, Washingtonians.
Is that how it is? Washingtonians?
I think so.
Clarification. We need clarification.
Yes.
Anyway, continue with your story. We'll get clarification in a minute.
So I ended up so anyways, there's like a couple fish markets, and the one's like, we'll send it for free. Hey, anybody, we're sending fish out for free. You know, like,
no shit.
Yeah, free shipping. So free overnight. Yeah. I'm like, that's cool. And it didn't seem like they were crazy expensive. I mean, you know, like the, I don't know, upper end stuff was, you know, definitely expensive, but
well, what's considered to be upper end fish? Kind of.
Yeah.
No, what is considered to be upper end fish?
Yes, Dan.
Okay. It's the only thing I can think
probably
of.
Shellfish and crab and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Mullet. I don't even know what that is.
Usually you have to skin those.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm trying to get this sound right. And
I understand.
So,
usually Roma turns me down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the way.
Just
down. Keep going.
Yeah, most of the time I'm actually yelling when she's in control of the ones and twos.
Yes, exactly.
I'm actually picked up on your mic.
Yeah, yeah, it just sounds like you're in a hollow tunnel.
Everybody! Hey, you guys!
So I went to go buy this belt, right? And this is kind of the epitome of the Pacific Northwest and shitty people.
Okay.
So this lady is like finishing up her transaction, right?
Okay, yeah.
The lady is completely focused on her. And I'm just like sitting there or standing there.
Were they lesbians?
And standing there. Had to be, yeah.
Because they were two ladies focusing on each other around fish.
No, it's Seattle. That's why.
Oh,
I actually have a story about that too.
yeah, please.
So, anyways, I'm just standing there, and I'm standing there, and I'm standing there, and so she finishes her, and I've already been
Transaction,
there
yeah.
for like 5 minutes. The girl, this girl is with me, and she is standing there. She doesn't even want a belt. It's like we're both standing in front of your fucking thing, and then like she starts talking to the person at like the other station, and then she like picks up her drink, and then like takes a drink and like turns around. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to buy a fucking $70 belt from you, and you can't even fucking make eye contact and say hello. I wanted to flip over her shit like Jesus at the fucking,
At the Last Supper?
I don't think he did that at the Last Supper.
Was it the
I think
wedding?
it was at the synagogue
Oh!
or the temple. When they're
okay.
selling dicks in front of the temple. They're selling dildos or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
it was.
Yeah. He's got to be throwing dildos.
Yeah, you got to throw those doughs.
Yeah, you got to throw the doughs.
Throw those doughs.
It's where the phrase came from. Initially
Yes.
started by Jesus. Throw
Yeah.
the doughs.
And then you got in the club and you're throwing bows.
Yeah.
Didn't know where I came from though. You didn't know it came from this. Came from this. Came from doughs.
Just
Yeah.
dicks flying everywhere.
Watch your eyes, everybody. Don't look up.
Just
Keep
like,
your mouth closed.
It's like Louis C.K. and talking about his daughters, with fucking just a dick blizzard, just constantly hitting her in the
Oh, dude.
face later in life.
That's a great rap name. That's my new rap name. Dick Blizzard. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, smack the shit out of Ezzy Izzard. Call me Dick Blizzard. Yeah. It's great.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. I don't know. You could also rhyme lizard, and that's about it. That's the end of the line.
No, there's a couple more.
A gizzard. Flizzard. There's nothing dead. Sizzler.
No,
you
I'm
could
not-
go Sizzler.
I'm not
Yeah.
Eminem or Twista, so I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah. Twist a nipple. Okay. So that was like my first day there, and I'm like,
Okay,
fuck you, Seattle.
that's a bad taste.
But I reset myself, okay? Because I've been reading this book, Own Your Past, Change Your Future, by Dr. John Dongley. Deloney. Dongley, yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
so what do you want, Dan, the second that you see raw fish?
A burger.
Right, chowder. Chowder is what you want.
Okay.
So I'm a chowder guy, Dan. I don't know if you knew this.
Unless it's tuna, then I would want a sandwich.
Okay. Yeah. Or some good sushi would be good. You're not a raw guy, though,
Clearly.
I'm assuming.
We've had
Yeah.
episodes.
Did we have raw episodes?
Well, it was canned, and they were.
Oh, yeah.
They were whole fucking fish, Steve.
Raw fish is all right. Raw fish is, you'd like it because it doesn't hardly taste like anything, honestly.
If it doesn't have, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah. What if it's still moving? Are you all right with that?
If I've got to kill it myself to try it, nice practice.
Yeah.
If I've gotta work on potentially having to eat fish because I've got no choice,
Yeah.
I'd fucking figure it out.
So what so if you're going to eat raw fish, would it be that it's raw or that it's fish?
It's more that it's fish than
Okay.
the fact that it's raw.
Yeah. Because I think you do think of that like, this could make me sick. I'm not supposed to eat raw stuff. So I didn't know if it was that or if you're just like, nah, seafood sucks.
No. It's well, to the best of my knowledge, you're not supposed to eat any kind of shellfish raw because it's not.
Dan, you're being shellfish.
I know. But
I gave myself the patronizing laugh.
With raw fish though, I'd rather figure out how to get accustomed to it than to try and be disgusted by the fact that it's raw. Because sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where even though it's been 27 years for me almost, where
You look good, Dan.
I know.
No, he
I know.
doesn't.
I was saying,
Oh, God.
it's been 27 years since I almost froze to death.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But if I had to put myself in a situation where I had to find something and couldn't like actually cook it,
Yeah.
and I had to put sustenance in my body, and
Yeah.
that was what was available, I'm gonna fucking figure it out.
Yeah, I'd split a fish open and start gnawing on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking figure it
Oh,
out
yeah.
because
And-
I'll deal with being sick,
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna deal with being fucking malnourished.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
exactly. Exactly that.
You need protein.
We live in America, son.
and you only get so much protein produced from your own body.
Yeah. And then after you eat the middle out of it, that fish skin makes a pretty good,
Leather belt?
or I was going to say jerk sleeve, but
Oh!
yeah,
Yeah.
naturally.
As long as
It's
you take the
nature's-
bones out.
Yeah, nature. Well, ribbed.
Ribbed.
It's just ribbed.
Ribbed for
Yeah,
your pleasure
yeah, exactly.
and mine.
Yeah. Sometimes, Dan, you got to fuck your dinner before you eat it. That's what I've always said.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty about that. Oh my god.
I've probably seen it. It's just been a while.
It's an episode where Beth finds out that there's a dude who is being a relatives topic that I actually wanted to bring up on the show today
Mhm.
was that a dude was being suspected of and convicted of and putting to death for eating his child.
Okay.
And then Rick finds out that Beth is like, okay, so it's so sad about this whole thing. And then he confronts Beth and is like, because she criticizes this whole imaginary world that Rick actually created for her. And she took one of her friends into this world.
Was it the lesbian one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Took one of her friends into this world, and come to find out, he would have sex with the animals and the creatures of this world, and then afterwards eat the babies
Okay.
for sustenance.
Rickwood?
No. This
Oh.
one of Beth's childhood friends.
No.
That
Well, that's fine.
his dad, like her friend's dad, was accused and about to be put to death for eating.
For cannibalism.
Yes.
Interesting, Dan.
Yeah, it's fucking all relevant, man. It was just fucking funny, though.
Do you want to know something interesting about cannibalism, Dan?
I'd love to know interesting things.
Okay, why don't you tell me?
Okay, so
What a good segue. I'm the best at this podcasting.
you are the best.
I know.
That's why you have the trophy. Why you have the trophy.
My Norm Macdonald trophy?
One of them.
Actually, I don't know where my... Where did it go?
Podcaster trophy.
Yeah, I had the Oscar.
So, an interesting thing is that in the state of Idaho,
Okay, I've been there.
they have a bill that is currently on the docket as of February
Okay.
about further defining the legal ramifications and guidelines for cannibalism in the state of Idaho.
Uh-huh.
And it's due to the fact that there was a show where it was one of those cooking shows,
Okay.
and you've got like these mysterious ingredients and stuff.
Oh, Rachel Ray, yeah.
Yeah.
That cannibalism episode she had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
in
there
Idaho.
was this cook who was like, so there are several different ingredients, and it's a mystery ingredient, and one of those ingredients is like
Toenails.
toenails,
Okay.
pork, or
Okay.
human flesh.
One of the three of those?
And everybody had already eaten the dish.
Oh.
So he was like, you've got to guess what it is. And due to that, one of the House of Representatives in Idaho had decided we need to further design a bill about
Yeah.
making sure that Idaho says no to fucking eating human flesh or allowing human flesh or any kind of human remains, like whether or not they grind up bone meal from humans or organs or any kind of human material.
So really, they're like, is this a pre-strike to the point where they start recycling humans or something? Does that seem like what this is?
Soylent Green is humans.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Soylent Green is humans.
I've heard that.
Yeah. They had a whole documentary on it.
Because I can't see like an unreasonable person, being like, oh my God, I saw this episode of a cooking show where they pretended like they ate human flesh. It's like, well, you know, now they're trying to make us eat bugs and they're trying to make us eat fucking Impossible burgers and all sorts of shit like that. I'm saying it's a slippery slope.
Oh, dude.
I'll eat horse,
I would eat horse too.
but I won't eat whores.
No, those got diseases.
See, that's Hannibal Lecter's feet right there. And even I am saying I'm not doing it, Dan.
Well, you did play a good Hannibal.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
You and
Oh, we
Mads
should do that again.
Mikkelsen.
Yes. Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Well, he was doing me, really.
That's true. Just like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, he was
doing
he
you.
was doing me too.
He was doing you.
I get ripped off every day, dude.
Dude, it's the worst. It's the worst.
I'm just glad he didn't do whiteface. You know?
Dude. Could
Right?
you imagine
Dude, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, bro, you're stealing my shit.
how many people are not mad at Dave Chappelle for doing whiteface?
Exactly. Yeah. For the there's like
The newscaster. He is
Oh, yeah.
the worst
It was-
with the fucking newscaster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He does whiteface all the fucking time in the
Mm-hmm.
Chappelle show
Mhm.
where he's fucking mocking us white people.
One of my favorites was it's an older one, but on same vein, where Eddie Murphy on SNL like finds out how white people act around white people. So he gets completely dressed up in whiteface and, you know, hair and all that stuff, and he comes in, he's like, "Oh, hello, I'd like a newspaper." And the white guy's like, "Here." And he's like, "Oh, well, how much is this?" And he's like, "No, just take it." He's like "What?" And he's like, "No, there's no one around. Just take it.
Fucking
Take it.
what?
We're both white. Take it." You know,
Oh my
like,
God.
Yeah. That was, and he's just like completely, you know, whatever, flabbergasted. You know,
No
he's like
shit.
confused and, you know, yeah.
Wow.
Just learned the secret of white society. It's very good. Yeah.
Is that we just kind of give other white people fucking
Yeah, that we're doing secret things
Oh
with each
my-
other behind. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
It's
God!
funny,
What
yeah.
they don't know is
Oh.
about the secret hand jobs.
Yeah,
That's what they don't know.
exactly. You charge minorities, but otherwise we're all having a great time.
Yeah, the newspaper is actually for over the pants handies behind the shit.
Yeah, exactly. How's the chat doing, Dan? We got anything crazy going on? I see one from Hunter Osborne. What's that long one?
Okay, it says lost Wednesday to mental health. Wasn't on the schedule. Updike today, Monday, sadly.
That is
But there's love for him.
Hunter,
And that he is a brother.
Hunter, you keep it up, bro. Keep up the good fight.
And
Okay.
even Mr. Noramac says, nom, nom, nom.
And Hunter,
We've got the
if
book
you ever
for
want
you.
to, Dan, don't ruin my joke.
I'm not.
Jesus, I was pulling it in. I didn't even have it in. Yeah.
See, this is why I don't say things.
Yeah, you gotta let it happen. Okay,
That's what the doctor said.
so anyways, in the market, everything was cool. Went to this, there's a lot of lines and stuff, which is, you know, kind of the way that I identify good stuff, right? Especially when it's like a line around the block and then down an alleyway,
Oh,
and the
shit.
place is only open from 11 to 5
AM? PM.
p.m.
Okay.
It was afternoon, yes.
11 p.m. to 5 a.m.?
No, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying very narrow hours.
Yeah.
So if there's a giant line and it has those hours, fucking get in line. Whatever it is, just get in line for whatever it is.
Todd, stay away from giant lines.
So it was the place the thing that I wanted though, Chowder. That's really what
Right.
I wanted.
Yeah, because you talked about how much you love chowder.
Yeah, I'm a Chowder boy.
Yeah, you're a chowder head,
That's what they call me, the old Chowder boy.
to add to your many names. Chowder
Absolutely.
Boy.
Yeah. And,
Chowder Boy Steve.
and Dick Blizzard.
Dick Blizzard.
But I'm also, see, the problem is
Going
I'm already Dick Contraption. Did I tell you that one?
No, you did.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite.
I think that's on your shirt.
I don't know. I don't know if I introduced it enough. I'd have to find out. We'll find out.
If not, we'll figure
Write
it
it
the
on.
fuck out.
Yeah, it's
We'll
a
figure
write-in.
it out.
It's a write-in ballot.
Yeah, that's a right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, write-in ballots. Fuck.
So yeah,
Not-
don't even go
not
down there.
getting into
Don't
that.
even go down there.
Not getting into
Yeah.
that today. Not without
So-
Roma.
Exactly.
She's got shit to say.
So we stood in line for it. For a while. It was like $20 for 32 ounces of soup. It was like
It's a half gallon.
yeah,
Half gallon. Is it in a bowl?
I didn't order the big one. What I ended up getting,
Okay.
because every time you go into because that place was just chowder. That's it. Like I don't think they had anything else. You got
Chowder.
you got the sourdough bowl, or you
Okay.
got like a regular like cup thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm kind of a New England clam chowder guy, just like, all right, keep it
Except
simple.
New England, Seattle clam chowder.
Exactly. That's the
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
That's the problem. So I wasn't confident in their ability to pull off a New England clam chowder.
Now I have to ask you,
Mhm.
have you had New England clam chowder to compare to Seattle clam chowder
Yes.
in the head-to-head chowders?
Not at the same time. That'd be hard. But
I don't doubt it.
I grew up Northeast,
Yeah.
all about the New England clam
New
chowder.
Jersey.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
actually-
Jersey thing.
And actually Manhattan clam chowder too. I think it's way bigger over there than it ever is over here.
Really?
And that's like the red. There's no cream in it. It's like a red tomatoey.
Red chowder? What the
Mhm.
fuck are you talking about?
It's very thick. It's got some potatoes. It's got a lot of tomato base. Tomato base with chunks and shit in it. Yeah, it's. I guess you replace the cream with tomato. So it's a lot lighter and it's a lot less, heavy but less delicious. Also.
Okay, so far in my life,
Uh-huh.
I've discovered I like, and I'm so fucking Western and Midwestern for this, corn chowder.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the clam, right?
Really? Okay.
As far as clam that you eat in a bowl.
The old clam jam.
Yeah, the clam jam. Yeah, no, we've talked
That's what
about
the
the clam
lesbians.
jam. We've talked about the clam jam.
Yeah. Remember the two lesbians with the belt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
clam jam.
The old clam jam.
That was the problem.
Mhm.
They were trying to get the clam jam on, and you
Yeah.
were talking to them about a belt.
Yeah, it was all like this.
Yeah,
Just like
fingers,
fucking-
just fingers
Yeah.
trying to be V's.
Chooches.
Yeah.
Chooches rubbing places.
Sort of fucking scumbags
Goddamn
all over the
chooches.
place.
Yeah.
But
So you're a corn chowder guy, which isn't real chowder. I mean, it is, but yeah.
it's a deviation of
Sure,
chowder.
sure.
It's more of a bastardization
Yeah.
of chowder.
Or like potato chowder. It's like, well, that's clam chowder without clams in it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But still, that's the only form of chowder that I'm really familiar with.
Mhm.
But that's what trips me up the most is
Mhm.
like potatoes and corn and tomatoes.
Yeah. It's
That fucking throws me off, man.
it is a
I think
perverse deviation
I
from what
think-
a chowder should be. However, I've had delicious Manhattan clam
This
chowder
is-
before.
this is gonna bite me in the ass. This is totally gonna bite me in the ass. But I think sometime
Mhm.
I need to go to either and or both coasts,
Mhm.
and I need to be sat down
Mhm.
and blindfolded, and I need to be fucking force fed some of this shit.
Well, Dan, when we do our world tour,
And I just need to be told,
our world tour is going to include Hackensack, New Jersey.
oh, dude, I'd fucking love it.
Yeah, they call that the
Because isn't that
Tallahassee of the East.
isn't that down in fucking Florida?
I mean, that's Southeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid-East. That's
Well,
what we're talking about.
So with Jersey,
Mhm.
besides the devil,
Mhm.
What is the most famous food?
So, well, Jersey tomatoes would be the most famous, like, export or produce or whatever, because
Okay.
it's the Garden State.
Yeah.
We really drag
it
a lot
really?
off of. Yeah, absolutely.
I heard
it absolutely
it's,
is.
if you're
Mhm.
trying to grow smokestacks.
Oh yeah, well, they're the industrial and the urban areas. No,
Fucking forget about it.
But the areas that you're not able to grow or to like build large structures on and stuff, the Pine Barrens we've talked about, which is where the Jersey Devil is from.
Yeah.
Very nitrogen rich, very. It's
Really?
the gardens. The place is so fucking green. You'd say, wow, that's green.
All right. Well,
Uh,
because I know that Jersey Mike's,
Mhm.
but you take Jersey Mike's with, as I call it, a fucking salt lick, as to whether or not that's
The best.
what a what a sub
Yeah.
is supposed, because you and I, we are lovers of fucking sandwiches.
Secret lovers
No, it ain't no secret.
is what Dan wants to be
That's true.
while making love to Steve. Damn it. I couldn't throw sandwiches in there. That'd be
No,
disrespectful
no.
to sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Fuck me in the ass. Don't fuck a sandwich, Dan.
No,
Disrespectful.
no, that's disrespectful to fucking sandwiches, and we
Yeah.
are all about sandwiches.
Oh, exactly.
So,
Sandwich. Tangent.
It's fucking delicious.
You got the best drops in the game.
it's amazing.
Thank
So the real question is,
Mhm.
what is the food?
I will tell you right now, and
Please.
you're all over it.
Because at least out of the place that we're the most familiar with,
Mhm.
which is potatoes,
Sure. Yeah.
because it's where McDonald's gets all of their fries, like all
Five Guys
of their fucking fries.
Yeah. Yep.
Come from fucking
come from
Idaho.
like within 100 miles of here or something that we're
less
you know,
than 100
less,
miles. Yeah.
So here's what it is. What do you think the number one thing I would say for New York is?
Pizza.
Absolutely. Pizza. What do you think I would say for Philly?
It's their cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks. So what is New Jersey? Fucking subs.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Blimpies comes from Jersey. Jersey Mike's come from Jersey. I'd say that the best
Does
Italian sub.
Subway actually fucking come from Jersey?
There was a place in a couple towns over from ours that had a place called the Subway, and I don't think anybody sued each other or anything, because Subway was still around back then.
No.
Yeah.
That's like
But I don't think it was the originator of the Subway franchise. No.
Well, it's like there's a debate between a couple of the mid-southern states about this particular burger.
yeah,
that's
but they're
called
mids. Get it?
the Juicy Lucy. Are you familiar with the Juicy Lucy?
Wait, is it from Margate? Is there an elephant named Lucy?
No.
Because when I used to go to the beach, there's an elephant named Lucy.
Really?
Dan, I got to look this up. There you
Okay.
go.
Well, anyway, what a Juicy Lucy is that it's
It's my girlfriend.
it's two burgers
Uh-huh.
and it's got fucking like a block of cheese
Okay.
in the middle of the fucking patties, and then they put more cheese on top of the patties and they fucking grill it up, and it's supposed to be amazing. But there was always this big controversy as to whether or not who created the original Juicy Lucy, and or cheesesteak.
Okay, so I'm trying to look up if Juicy Lucy, what city is famous for the juicy? Oh, Minneapolis.
Really?
Huh.
That is so not where I fucking.
Okay.
Wow, I was way off.
Matt-
Samsonite.
From
I was way off.
from Matt's Bar and Grill. Okay. Let me show you what I was talking about.
Yeah. Lucy the elephant.
Yep. Don't worry, people. We got some mad production going on here. Okay. So yeah, Lucy the Elephant. Let's go to lucytheelephant.org.
It's a fucking org?
Yep.
What the fuck kind of Lego shit is that?
I was going to say, it's not actually standing on sand, but yeah, you can go inside of it. It's just a landmark. Yeah, in the middle of or it's right by Atlantic City.
Okay. No, that elephant has a butthole.
Yeah, but
It's
you can
got
look out of it.
several.
Yeah, you can look out of it. Yeah.
Does that make it better?
I mean, doesn't make it worse, according to me. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, let me just bring this this map up here. Oops.
By the way, there hasn't been much action in the chat, but the last person to say anything was "Love you, Hunter," and he only a call away to brothers. So that
Okay.
was from the Scotty G.
Okay, so Northfield, Pleasantville. So that's where I grew up, right there.
Dude, there was a whole movie about that.
I know, right? Yeah, I was like, whoa, they got it wrong.
That's fucking Toby, not
Tobey
is that
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire?
Yep.
And fucking
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about, like Jeff Daniels and shit.
Nah. I didn't watch it because I grew up in Pleasantville, and it wasn't like that.
No,
Uh,
that was welcome
Pleasantville.
to Pleasantville.
So Pleasantville right there. Okay. And then, so like 3 miles away was Atlantic City. We would go to the beach just
I hear
because
that's
there's so
the
much.
Vegas of the fucking
It is.
East Coast.
Yep. It is a shitty, cracked out place. So if you
There's
watch like,
crack?
yeah, half of the city is made of crack.
Really?
Yes.
No drywall, just crack.
Just cracked drywall. Yeah.
I know a couple of people who would be all about that.
So here's Atlantic City right here. And then right up the way, we would go to the beach somewhere around here in Ventnor. And then if you went a little further south, that's where Lucy the Elephant was. So sometimes, so we would just basically go down here to try to get away from all the touristy, like drug
fuck
addicts
those
and homeless.
guys.
Yeah.
It's like you don't go to Mexico for some of the main tourist attractions. You go to Mexico for the real food, which is like 2 miles in.
Exactly. I don't know that.
Well, if you go to Mexico
2 miles in.
2 miles in,
Yeah.
and you're going to get some killer fucking food.
That's where, Taco Bell and Taco Del Mar and Del Taco and all those places are from.
Yeah, just not Los Betos.
Casa Rio.
Yeah.
Except I think that'd be Brazil.
Just remember.
Oh, no, Rio de Janeiro. Yeah.
Just that's Brazil.
Yeah.
Just remember
Rio Grande.
The smallest amount of Spanish in Mexico can go a lot further than trying to speak English to them.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, then the smallest amount of cocaine, guns, or money. Like, nah, it'd probably
That's
work pretty good.
Venezuela, isn't it?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go
So-
with that. Fucking cocaine.
So the chowder,
Yes.
I ended up getting a 4-pack
So off
sampler.
topic. I'm sorry.
I ended up getting a 4-pack sampler.
Uh-huh.
The one that I got a smoked salmon chowder. Salmon, Pacific Northwest. Got to do that.
Right.
I got Manhattan clam chowder, which I knew wouldn't be probably as good, but I wanted to give it a try.
Okay.
I got seafood chowder, and then I got the original clam chowder. And these are all like little 4-ounce cups or 6-ounce cups or whatever. And
Sampler.
So it worked out very nicely. The Manhattan clam chowder, little disappointing.
Really?
Another thing about it,
I mean,
windy.
they had to ship it over 1,000 miles away.
Well, and then they didn't have enough seating inside. So, I'm just like standing there and everyone's just lazily heroined out eating their soup.
Oh my God, really?
And so I have to go sit outside with the fucking birds and the, immigrants. But anyways, all my napkins blew away. My fucking even my
Did the woman blow away?
no, but my oyster crackers blew away.
No shit.
That's how windy it was. Yeah.
Damn.
So, anyways, ate it there. Manhattan clam, or sorry, the Manhattan was the worst.
How was the salmon?
The salmon was all right. It wasn't as good as Alaska because I ate it in Alaska and it was fucking bomb up there. But the seafood chowder and the two like white chowders or whatever, the seafood and the
they were
New
good?
England, very good, very
Okay.
good, right?
Okay.
But I'm not done yet
No, I didn't think you were.
because there's chowder in other places, Dan,
And you still didn't get your belt.
and you have to seek it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was done with the belts. I wasn't doing that
Oh.
shit anymore.
Okay.
Let those
Let those lesbians fucking
Yeah,
scissor each
let's-
other over
yeah.
a belt.
let them rub their coos together.
They were probably choking each other with it.
Yeah, dildos and whatnot.
It's like Jesus said.
Close your mouth. It's gonna. So the chowder was good. The funny thing though is that I went to a few restaurants and stuff as we were there.
Okay.
One of the places I went was a place called Elliot's, and it's an oyster bar.
Oh, no kidding.
So we went there, and there was a girl that kind of knew what was going on. Like, she knew her stuff, and she was telling us about, like, how to order oysters. And we're like, all right, just order it for us. And she's like, okay, we want, whatever, salty briny. That's what small briny. That's what they,
Okay.
you know what briny means?
Yeah, it's usually like salt and vinegar.
Salt water, So basically they take seawater and they include it in your oyster, which makes sense,
Did you ask them for no pearl?
No, well, they don't give you the pearls, I would think. But
Well, you'd think.
I don't like very briny. So I would have gone less briny. And
Do you have a rich stomach right now? Are you full of
Dude.
pearls?
I'll tell you. So this place, they have like 12 different kinds of oysters. And each
Okay.
one has its own unique characteristics and stuff. So she like picked 4 different ones and then blah, 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 whatever, you know?
Did you
So-
end up having sex with a waitress?
No, but I was
I-
pretty,
I hear that, oysters are an aphrodisiac.
yeah, totally. Especially when you're around a preschool. No. Uh, just skulking at night. Yeah, I think I did notice some increased,
No kidding.
yeah,
That's a real thing.
I think so. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I mean, all right. I also had 2 martinis while I was there, so
That doesn't have shit.
little harder to tell. when
Yeah,
you're-
it's engaging all
Yeah.
the up and down.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'm at this, this like iconic kind of restaurant or whatever, for the area.
Yeah.
Eating stuff and doing all that. And then they
Bills.
said, oh, well, we only have, king crab legs for probably whatever. We're probably going to run out tonight or whatever. They said, oh, they're limited. Blah. And I was looking at it. I'm like, I'm going to get some king crab legs.
Okay.
So I ordered the king crab legs. So I had the 2 martinis, I had the 4 oysters, and I had the king crab legs with the potatoes and something else, and broccoli rabe. Do you want to guess how much my bill was, Dan?
$12.
Not that.
$13.
A little higher.
$50.
No.
$129.
No.
6.
No. $261
What the fuck?
for my meal.
Just for yours.
Just for me. Yeah, the martinis were a little more expensive than I thought they were going to be. And I got Tito's. Wasn't even the best, yeah.
Continue with your story.
Yeah. So, but part of it was I wanted to order the most expensive thing on the menu, and I wanted to just make a good, because I've been eating chowder and shit up until then.
Okay.
You know?
I've got to interrupt you.
Uh-huh.
Lambo just showed up.
Lambo!
And his initial opinion was $360,
Perfect.
but he was off by 100.
Yeah. And Lambo, that is the most expensive meal I've ever eaten. Or I would assume it's the most expensive. It's the most I've ever sat down at a restaurant and bought. We did my dad's birthday one time, and I think the bill was like $400 or $500, and so me and Chris split it, and so that was a lot of money to throw down. But that's for 6 of us, all together.
Right.
So,
right.
but this was just me. So, and you know what the funny thing is? I don't eat a ton, and so I gave away like half of probably more than half actually of the king
So
crab.
it was a charity.
I just don't care. I don't know.
Don't tell me you threw it away.
No. Everybody ate it. Everybody everybody
gave
was
it.
like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, please take the damn thing."
Take the leg.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's fine. It's king crab. What am I just gonna sit here like a fucking prince and eat it in front of you while you eat your? Yeah. I was shelling it for people and giving
No
it. That's the
shit.
person I am, dude. I'm not anything but that. Where I'm like, we're having something, let's share. That's it every single time. If you had a turkey sandwich, I would take half of your turkey sandwich and give you half of my fucking king crab. That's exactly how I am.
Generous podcaster of the whole fucking YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. He's more generous than fucking that Beast guy.
Yeah. Beastmaster.
Sure.
Beast from the X-Men.
I know it was Beast something.
Yeah. Dick Beastly.
Yes, that was it. It was Dick Beastly.
I think you're thinking of Mr. Beast.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah,
That's the
I
one.
would be that guy. If I had that kind of money, I would be like, here's a fucking Lamborghini. I gave it to you. See you later. Like don't thank me. I just feel great doing this, or whatever.
Thank
it
the
is.
internet.
I mean, yeah, totally, dude. Thank my stupid subscribers. My stupid idiots. Yeah.
Our subscribers are not stupid. We absolutely love you. Thank you for subscribing and
I mean,
sharing
kinda
all of
stupid.
the community that you bring to us. Thank you very much.
So, when I got to the airport, Seattle's got a nice airport, and it's not as nice as Concourse C at Portland, or PDX. But
Is that the nicest portion of Portland?
actually it is. Yeah. It's the nicest spot in Portland is Concourse C in the airport. But the thing that I did when I was waiting on my, kind of just waiting for the flight to whatever, I don't know, prep. I went and I was trying to find the best Bloody Mary. So I went to like 5 different places, or no, not 5, 3 different places, got Bloody Marys. And I asked them, where's the best chowder? And they said, oh, well, that would probably be Salty's. And I was like, Salty's? That doesn't sound good, Like Moe's at Portland is good. So I went up there, and it's this, right when you go through security, there's this huge like food court open air thing with like, windows to look out over the whatever. And half of the damn thing is this place called Salty's. So Salty's, so I walk up to the place, and I walk up to the hostess, and the hostesses are like, 30 to 35-year-old women, older. And so I said, what? I said, do you guys have good chowder here? And what the lady said to me is she said, sir, we've been doing this for 48 years. He's like, we have the best chowder. And I was like, really? She's like, yep. And I was like, you seem confident. I will go with what you say. So, and I had walked away from a chowder place like 2 concourses over and rode around shitty fucking things. And, so we get there, so she puts me down at a table. It's like, I don't know, $12 for a bowl of chowder, or like, $13. It's not bad. But then it's like $7 for bread. I'm like, okay. So they just bring me this like 2 little slices of bread and this bowl of chowder, and it was seafood chowder, not New England or any of that. It was the best chowder I had probably in my whole life, honestly. And I'm a chowder guy, chowder boy. So,
sir, we are food connoisseurs.
Mm-hmm. Food dinosaurs.
Yes, food dinosaurs. And we are big on making sure that we try our best to find the tastiest food.
Yeah.
And make sure that we deliver that information to the people who subscribe, like, and share,
and comment. Yep. Tell us our dick bulge looks big. Whatever.
Well, for me, it's the ass, but
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do? Anyway,
as long as you got a bulge, you're good.
There's some kind of bulge somewhere on me.
Yeah.
Roma, it's top bulge,
no.
whatever. Anyway, talking about her hair. So we try to make sure that we deliver the best information to our listeners and subscribers that we absolutely can. And education is a big thing that we are a part of. As well as, making sure that they understand that even if it's like a hole in the wall kind of place, like in my opinion, one of the best places to get finger steaks in Idaho, which is not common elsewhere in the country, is at a little place called Westie's Bowling Alley. And you go to Players Pub and Grill, where they hand cut and they batter, as well as fry the fucking finger steaks, and they're absolutely fucking phenomenal.
What kind of sauce, though?
Whatever sauce you want.
No, I want them to tell me what sauce. Is it a cocktail? Is it a honey mustard? What is it? Ranch?
I would say it's closer to between a barbecue, or if you want to go to a spicy, they have a very good sauce that is not vinegary. It is not based on vinegar. Okay. It is called dragon sauce.
Okay.
It is fucking amazing. As well as they have something that's called dragon tails, which is just chicken strips dipped into this sauce, and it's fucking awesome.
Somebody was asking me if I would be interested in starting to bowl, and it was at that bowling alley.
Yeah. You do that.
Okay.
Get fucking dragon tails.
Okay.
Steve, you love the spice. You love the spice.
Yeah.
You love quality, as well as get their fucking get dragon tails and get their finger steaks.
Well, and here's the thing too: is not only do I like the most expensive thing on the menu, I'm white trash as shit too. You know, so it's like both ways. I'm good. You know, I'm equally as
They're
satisfied.
not that expensive
Yeah.
in comparison. I
Yeah.
mean, it's steak, so it's going to be a little bit
Well,
more
sure.
expensive, But still.
It's not going to be $261, I'm sure.
No. No. And you'd be able to get drunk and multiple people in the bar
Get drunk and get 3 prostitutes.
and full
yeah.
down in fucking Westie's Bowling Alley and Players Pub and Grill.
Yeah, three bareback prostitutes. Most of them having all their teeth.
Most of them.
Most.
Most.
Not all.
Yeah,
But
not
yeah.
all.
But that's high.
But
that's
most.
good.
Yeah, that's optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. So there was a lot more fun to it and all that stuff, but really the kind of the food was the most interesting point. At one point I was walking with that girl and there's this guy like nodding out, on heroin because that's what people do.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah. But like nodding out to the point where you're like your head's by your knees.
Oh, okay. Not Johnny Depp.
No. And she like kind of leans into me. She's like, "Oh my God, is that guy all right?" And I'm like, "He doesn't give a fuck what you say about him." I was like, "There's no reason for you to be quiet."
He don't give a fuck.
He's doing fine. This is his best day. So I thought that was kind of funny. There was the homelessness, there was the mental illness, there was all that, but it was sparse, at least in the areas that we were in, which was kind of the like old Seattle, I guess, and like kind of the high
Where
rise
they still
area.
had bricks.
They had bricks in the streets. They were cobble. That was kind of cool.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially by the markets and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
down
okay.
by the wharf.
Okay.
So, Dan, are you familiar with Tree Fort?
Not the most.
Okay. So Tree Fort is a music festival that's here in Boise. It starts like Wednesday. It started this Wednesday and then goes till, Sunday.
Okay.
Brother Joe,
Joe. Yeah.
Joe. He, from Denver, him and his band came up and played at it. It was really cool.
Usually hangs out during Christmas time.
Yeah, he's around during Christmas,
Yeah.
like sporadically. He strategically comes in.
Yeah.
So when I heard he was coming, I should have assumed that Tree Fort was coming up. I didn't know, but I was driving down the road and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are all these people? Why are there tents? Why is everything going on? Of course, Tree
The
Fort.
tents came back?
Just the vendor shit, whatever it is, all in the
Okay.
park and all that.
Okay.
So
that explains why they had the fucking most of Myrtle fucking cordoned off.
yeah,
I thought
it's
that was
fucking crazy.
construction.
Yeah,
No, stupid me.
yeah. No, I think there is construction as well, which is just bad timing.
That is
because-
horrible
yeah,
timing.
Yeah,
But I mean,
So- you can't get across or you can't turn right anywhere because there's crosswalks and it's just an endless parade of people both ways, right?
oy.
So
Do we
yesterday
still have parades in 2024?
we don't. No, I don't know. Anyways, I ended up going to I was down by, or I wanted to go to the venue that they were going to play at last night. And so kind of had a little fun adventure, I think I pre-gamed with a couple of the high noon here, which are
Adventure.
pretty awesome.
Nice. Sun sips.
So I started walking and I had pre-gamed a little bit. And so I realized I had to piss. So I went into Jimmy John's, right? Jimmy John's is completely empty.
Fucking Jimmy.
Nobody even in there. No, I don't eat there. I mean, I'll
Were the
get a delivery
employees there?
There was 2 employees
Okay.
all the way in the back, just talking to each other. And so, like, I
Smoking
walk and
weed?
just make a beeline for the bathroom,
Yeah.
take a piss, wash hands, come out, and then they don't even like come anywhere near the front of the counter. They just go, like, it just
They
waves to
didn't
me,
even
like,
acknowledge you, really?
no. They were looking right at me. They're just like, because they just knew nobody's buying any Jimmy John's sandwiches, I guess. So anyways, yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny, right? So then I'm
Would've
coming
been
around.
Different if you went into a Jersey Mike's and it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I probably walked about like half a mile or so. And then there was a parking lot. And I just see this guy like kind of walking off and, it doesn't register for me or anything. But I'm walking and then like I kind of look over right where he like came from. I just see this chick's ass. And I mean, nice. She was squatting down pissing between cars. And it was daylight. So I'm just like, huh, and, I'm not going to like stand there and creep or whatever. But as I'm like, I probably slowed down a
Did you
little
bring
bit.
toilet paper to wipe, good girl?
What I slowed down, and then as I'm walking by, the guy comes back. I'm like, oh, it's her fucking cuck boyfriend. I'm like, or her friend that wouldn't let her watch her pee or something. I'd be like, fuck you, like I don't know. I had a problem with it. I was like, dude, don't. I was like, go find somebody else. This bitch can't, I don't know.
She was peeing.
I'm like, I could have attacked her, but she made you walk away or whatever, or you made you walk. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, I thought it was, a little.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's what that is. That's some bullshit.
but
By the way, Lambo says, I've had crab fresh in South Carolina, and just the crab was like $80.
wow.
And he said that boy thick.
Talking about you, I'm sure.
Most likely, yes.
So, oh, and then another thing. So, there's just a bunch of good-looking women around. They're all dressed all very provocatively and everything because it's a music festival.
Yeah, right.
And it's just weird that, it seems like every time you see a girl that's dressed like that, she won't make eye contact with any, like if you wanted to compliment her and be like, whoa, or whatever, because I am that type of guy. I'll be like, nice
tits.
Or I wanted to say, what I want to say was, ouch. That's what I love. I love saying that to girls. Girls love when you say that to them.
Oh, ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, you are so hot, you're making me hurt. You got to say it in the right way, though.
Oh, yeah.
Got to go, ouch. And then she's going to go,
damn, ouch.
And then she flips her hair and, yeah, butt waggle intensifies,
Oh, they do it on purpose.
Yeah, dude, yeah, women love being complimented. I don't know. Except ones that sell belts.
Well, it's because in the day and age that we live in now, in 2024, one, you don't know whether or not that's an actual chick.
Mm-hmm.
And two,
yeah.
It's
is
different.
it inappropriate to tell someone they look attractive? Fuck you. You know?
No,
I get to say whatever I want to you. You can be offended all you want. I don't give a fuck.
They want it, but what they're looking for is an entirely different medium. That's the whole.
I don't know. I think it's hardwired in women, and I think women don't get it anymore.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they don't is because of the fucking recording bitches and gym craze.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck that, dude. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
No. We're not gonna. I was just.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
So so another thing, the comedy club that I did in 2016.
Yeah.
It's closed. Which
What?
I knew it was. It's not closed. It's a bar now, and so that kind of sucks. But I really wish we had a comedy club and a good one. But so that was a little depressing. But I think it honestly closed back in COVID and just never really ever came back. It was just a bar, and so I thought it was still going to be its thing.
Which one was it?
So there's Solid and then Liquid. The owners own the same one. So Liquid Laughs, Solid's the restaurant with food and all that.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to say, I can't help it. I really can't help it. There is a big, huge little man coming to town next month. In a couple of weeks.
Patton Oswalt.
Comedian Brad Williams.
Yeah.
He is going to be here.
Which arena? Taco Bell or
I think the Morrison Center.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But
he's not one of my favorites, but I definitely respect him. He's funny.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
For a midget, he is fucking hilarious.
I think all midgets are hilarious.
They are, and he thinks so too.
Yeah. Especially if they try to do real people stuff.
Yeah, I know. But he's hilarious. He's coming to town, and I know that we are a big fan of comedians here on this podcast because whether they want to admit it or not, we are big fans to them.
Mm-hmm.
They are big fans of us.
Of course. They better be. Or they don't know who they fucking with.
No, they don't know who they fucking with.
So the place that we were going to was the Pay It Brewing Company. Okay? Pay It Brewing Company. Very cool. Except I kind of assumed that they would have seltzers or something because I'm trying to do keto. They didn't. And so I had to drink beer, which is fine. I'm not a beer drinker, but I do enjoy it.
Did you get ultra light beer?
Yeah, I tried to get the lightest that they had. So Joe and his band Shadow Work, they played, and it was awesome. And then I went to, and then so after the show, we're just kind of standing around, and Joe and his band and a couple of their friends that are, Joe's from Boise, but so he knows some people, and they get together with us, and two brewers are there, lead brewers or brewmasters or whatever you call them. One of them,
Say how's the brewmeisters?
One of them was the lead brewer here at Payette. So he's the one that designs all the beer. He's the one that makes it. He's the one that oversees all of it. There's the head brewer or something that deals with inventory and shit. But yeah, he's the guy in charge of the beer. Whatever is going on with the beer, he's the guy doing it. So we're just bullshitting. They're closing down, and I'm like, hey, bro. He asked me for something, and I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, cool, yeah. Could you grab me a beer since you're the guy that owns the beer? And he's like, oh yeah. So we go inside, and he's like, oh well, are you guys closed out or whatever? You guys like clean everything up? And they're like, yeah. He's like, all right. So I went and took a piss, come back, and he wasn't around. And I was like, okay. And then he comes out of the actual area with all the big tanks and all that shit, just carrying armfuls of beer cans. And so he puts them out, and this is one of them. So Payette Brewing Company. What do they call it?
Oh my God, that's fucking amazing.
The North Fork. Here, want to try?
Yes. I, as much as I love bourbon, I was a first lover of beer.
Yeah, and it's a nice lager. It's
Oh, I love mine.
And it was, sorry, it's a little warm, or not warm, but not as cold as it should be. So that was literally canned.
Oh, I'd get fucked up on that.
Literally
God
canned.
Damn.
Literally canned, not yesterday, but the day before.
No shit.
So he brought us out day fresh beer, and when I drank it, I was like, I drank draft the beginning of the night. I was like, this is fucking better than the draft is. That's crazy. So, apparently, that whatever freshness date or whatever on the bottom of beer really means something because it fucking tastes great. So super cool there, Torres. So Torres, really, really cool guy. And then I met a guy, and he was the other brewer. He had done something with the Edge Brewery, which is a different one on the other side of town.
Did he peg the owner?
Could be, because he had to leave. No, he didn't have to leave. But what he did leave to is, guess which brewing company, Dan?
What? Sockeye?
Sockeye.
No shit.
He's the head brewer for Sockeye now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he was a little tuned up. He had a few, and he was a very good sport, right? So I said, he kind of looks like someone. And so I said, hey, dude, can I take a picture with you, like a selfie with you? Because I wanted to send it to someone and tell them that you're someone, right?
Yeah.
So let me bring up the photos we took. Okay. So this is the photo that we took, right? And so the funny thing is here we are standing outside, and
I can't lie, he looks so fucking familiar.
So he was wearing a hat, and he was very charming and very all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so what he did was, right before the picture, he takes off his hat and he just starts messing his hair up and getting all and fluffing out his beard and looking all wily.
Yeah.
So this is the picture that I took. And then Mick.
Yeah.
So I sent her that as a text. She's a big country music fan, right?
Beer here, yeah.
So scrolling down, it says, I met Morgan Wallen. Do you know who he is? He's a country music superstar.
No shit.
And so she puts, hands down, my favorite text you've ever sent me.
That's
and
awesome.
This is Morgan Wallen. He was this is him at his worst. He was arrested for public intoxication or something. He dropped an N-word not too long ago. And I'm sure you know him.
Nigerian?
Close.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, I was like, when I'm looking at him, but I'm like, it's close enough.
Dude, no, that's amazing.
Yeah. To just say this, I met Morgan Wallen. Yeah. So a really great, probably my most proud, I'm putting this shit together, comedy on the spot,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So Anyways, his name's Brian from Sockeye. So if you're down at Sockeye, say hello to Brian. He's working in the back, slinging kegs and making the
Good.
beer you love.
Dude, slinging kegs is fucking rough stuff.
And Torres looks like he's okay. Do you remember in Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo?
Yeah.
Do you remember the gigolo that he took the place of?
Yeah.
That's what Torres looks like. He's
No
just
shit.
handsome. I'm like, you dickhead.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
So-
I gotta switch it up here.
Yeah.
Gotta get real talk.
Mhm.
You know what makes you handsome?
What does make you handsome, Dansome?
Finding yourself at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com, making sure you're pimped out with the Sen socks,
Mm-hmm.
with the different various colors of heather shirts,
Mm-hmm.
both for male and female V-neck or crew neck.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your Charlie Cat mug
Mm-hmm.
of various
big one.
colors. It's still a little chilly outside, so you can't forget
Mm-hmm.
your Sensock hoodie.
Yep.
And make sure that you're staying cozy outside. But
Mhm.
where else can you find us, Steve?
Well, you can find us on Instagram at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. You can also find me on Twitter or X at Stephen Paul Cast, STEPHEN. And you can find us here every Friday night. We are live. Hopefully, we'll have Roma back this next one. But I do think we should. I want to become more consistent, and so I think we should
would
do
like
these
to as well.
I think we should do these dual episodes if we have to. And
Well, to be honest with you, I had went through surgery, and one of the reasons why I absolutely love you guys is not just because you've been a big part of my life for years, but also because you held out for me while I was not physically capable of making my own way, as much as you guys were completely capable of picking me up to bring me here. You waited for me to be able to bring myself here. And I
I just didn't want to see you in short shorts, Dan. That's really it.
No.
Sorry, you got fat thighs right now.
I really do.
You gotta get that shit
really
shaved.
do.
Yeah. I didn't
At
want
least I don't got super hairy legs.
Yeah.
But you guys are the best.
No.
You've been the best, and you've been a significant part of my life, and I absolutely love this show.
Dan is our greatest fan, and that is exactly why he's on the show, is because you have been such a good you never even heard of a podcast before you saw our podcast.
No,
Yeah,
I
know.
really hadn't.
Yeah.
And at some point, Totemus, fucking deal with it. We're bringing you back. You've got a story Roma wants to hear.
Oh.
And
okay.
It's a supernatural story.
Oh.
She wants to hear it.
Does she know
So-
it yet or no?
No.
Partially or
She
okay.
only knows that it exists.
Okay. That's the way I want to keep it. So
And
do you want
she
to
wants to bring
drop
it
a
back.
little crumb for the future?
No, that's it.
Okay.
It's just that Totemus is going to come back, and
Okay.
he's got a fucking supernatural story to bring us.
What I was going to say, if he doesn't end up coming back, then that'll suck for everybody if they're waiting on a story, never comes.
That's the reason why they should keep tuning in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to tune into this show, okay? Because we talk chowder, we talk prostitutes, we talk midgets, we talk Todd. That's about it.
And sandwiches.
Oh, and sandwiches. Yeah.
Steve, I absolutely love you, man.
I love you too, Dan. We're best sex buddies, guys.
Best podcast in the world.
Works.
The world would not be the same.
I like it.
Thank you, everybody
Why
who
my
joined
anxiety's
us.
so high.
Absolutely.
People laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Rama, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to
The Sensible Sociopath. This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
You have offended me.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my god, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters.
We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
It's fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order?
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf? Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina.
Daniel!